Blurman here. Blurman here with the news or whatever. This pretty flag. America, yeah. Coming against the mother, yeah. America. Glad to be in America. Made it through another day. It was great. A little cold. Other than that, not too bad, not too bad. We're busy at work. This video's coming late. I'll be up late editing again. It's gonna be fun. Not a whole lot going. I mean, we're gonna talk about the news, guys. That's what we're gonna do. You know, I wanted to talk more about news. What's today? Tuesday, 10:36 p.m. I want to talk about news, but I don't want to talk about the news it's talking about. So I'm just gonna stay away from that. I am working on a different article. It's about rules and regulations regarding podcasts. Canada has a lot of new laws they're implementing. It seems other countries are too. Seem to be wanted to limit what people can say online. I think it might be hurting people. Oh, that's weird. Thought this was America. Well, not in Canada anyway. But First Amendment, very important. This gives me the right to do what I'm about to do tonight. Let's talk about whatever I want to talk about. And I could talk about the news, but let's talk about stuff that we can all relate to and all get into. Obviously, even now, trending is not looking good for what's going on over there. And still no speaker. Yay! No, come on. Like, who cares? Let's get into sports news real quick. Just real quick. The Julio deal. It says Eagles signed 7-year Pro Bowl wide receiver Julio Jones to a deal. I remember watching him play. He's good. I don't know where he's been. I remember he was stupid tall. Freakishly tall. His reach and extension, his vertical leap. Very well athlete. Very amazing. I don't think he got a ring. I think he almost did. If I remember right. This came from Adam Schefter, senior writer. Oh boy, I love that guy. That guy's awesome. It says wide receiver Julio Jones, a 7-time Pro Bowl selection, signed a 1-year contract. Yeah, they like signing these old guys to just 1 year. Just throwing them out there and be like, do something. Win us a ring. But with the Philly, though, he could definitely do it. They have a good quarterback, good squad. Obviously, Eagles got their first loss. I don't think there's any undefeated teams this year anymore. It says he's 34. Will be reunited with former Tennessee Titans teammate A.J. Brown. I forgot Brown was a Titan. Who pushed for Tennessee to trade for him in 21. The Eagles recently placed wide receiver Qiez Watkins? I don't know. On injury reserve with a hamstring injury and worked out receivers Marquise Callaway and Desmond Patman on Monday. In the end, they turned to Jones, who will be the 4th team in 4 years. Wow. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Maybe I'll do better. I don't know. I don't really care. Philly's not really my team. So fly, Eagles fly, or whatever, but I don't really care. I like Julio, though. And I like the individual players somehow. I think I get the team. Let's see what happens. This was trending. Oh my god. Somebody hit TL. Normally he's the one trucking people. Hall of Famer Terrell Owens hit by car after argument during pickup basketball game. This article is dumb. It's small. I just wanted to talk about it real quick. Just real quick. Says Pro Football Hall of Famer and former Niners Dallas Cowboys star T.O. was hit by a car on Monday night after he was involved in an altercation on a basketball court in L.A. Wow. L.A. seems like a great place to be. Hey, it never rains. That's a plus, they think, I guess. It says, according to LA Times, Owens was playing a basketball game in Calabasas. It's weird. I assume that's a city in California. Calabasas. I don't know. Could be Spanish. On Sunday, when he got in an argument with another man in the game. He never argued in the NFL. I don't know why he would start arguing now. Weird. After the game ended, according to TMZ, the man in question got in a car and hit T.O. in one of his knees. It's very specific. It says, but T.O. was not injured. So either T.O.'s stronger than a car, or the dude was barely driving, or I think T.O.'s just stronger than a car. That dude's just still a freak of nature. Other than that, he just starts talking about his record and whatnot. Which he has an amazing record, amazing career. I'll give that to him. And apparently he can't get hurt by cars. So good for him. Look at him. Still good. Still kicking it. I wonder how much more kicking he's going to be doing now. But I wanted to talk about Rick and Morty. Love Rick and Morty. At least I used to love Rick and Morty. I haven't seen season 7. There's probably only a couple episodes out, if that. I only got through halfway of season 6. I still like it. I haven't seen one bad episode of the show yet. Very cool to watch. It says Rick and Morty season 7 proves the show works just fine without Justin Roiland. Well, who's Justin Roiland? Well, he does the voice of these two guys, Rick, Morty. And yeah, he does a good job. I would read this article, but dude, this article is just cringy, and it's just like, because I wanted to see what the heck they're talking about, because they're like, it's doing just fine. Well, how do you know? Like, it talks about some of what's going to happen in the new season, but then it just talks about old episodes and how, like, I did like this. It said it brought back Bird Person, obviously Mr. Poopy, so it'll be good. Yeah, it says there's guest Hugh Jackman, voice actor John Allen. Okay, I thought it said Josh Allen. I was like, what? But yeah. It was a very cringy article. Very cringy article. And I don't even want to read it because, like, I feel like it's just shilling for Hollywood, because even if you go here, what's this? Season 7? But how's it doing just fine without Justin Roiland? Wait a minute, what even happened to Justin Roiland? What the heck happened to that guy? Oh yeah, I think they talk about it in here. But we're not going to read this article because, yeah, it was bad. But that's on Variety, if you want to go check that out. I do recommend. This Forbes one was interesting. It says Rick and Morty replaces voice actor Justin Roiland. His assault allegation and dropped domestic violence charges explained. Dropped charges is what it's saying. Dropped charges. Hit animated show Rick and Morty premiered its new season Sunday night, starring new voice actor as the titular characters. Okay. Months after the show's co-creator and former star Justin Roiland faced domestic violence charges. Ooh. Hate to read the DV charges. But I'm sure they're open and honest about this. Which were later dropped What? Well, why would they drop charges like that? An allegation of assault and reports claiming he talked to underage girls. Gross, dude. I like this one. This is one just goes to key facts. Like this says, Rick and Morty returned to television Sunday. Yep, we just talked about that. So here we go. Roland was arrested and charged with a felony domestic violence in 2020 in connection with an incident involving an anonymous woman he was dating at the time. Though his arrest was not public knowledge, obviously it came out in the light. There's a whistleblower for everything now, you know? So nothing stays hidden, especially if you're already in the public figure like that. Says Roland pleaded not guilty. The charges were dismissed. We're like, okay, well, I guess we're done here. No, it says dismissed in March 2023. Reportedly due to insufficient evidence. Insufficient evidence. Though Adult Swim, the channel on which Rick and Morty airs, had already announced January it would depart the show and have his roles recasted. Yeah, they did. I heard the voices. I mean, whatever. I think, obviously, the variety was like, you can't even tell. It's just like, I mean, you can't tell. And they were basically saying, like, that it doesn't really matter. He was useless to the team anyway. All he did was the voices anymore. I'm just like, yeah, I guess that you would spin it that way if you want him to make it look like this was the right thing to fire him, but I don't understand. If there's insufficient evidence, the charges are dropped. I don't see why they just like, hey, come back, bro. Well, let's keep reading though. It says NBC's news investigation published in September alleged Royland, whatever. Yes, I'm gonna edit that. Assaulted one woman after meeting her on Tinder and leveraged his fame to start relationship with young fans, including some who were underage, citing interviews with 11 people who provided thousands of texts. Well, how do you have thousands of text messages but still insufficient evidence? And other communications between themselves and Royland in instances that span from 13 to 22. Of the 11 sources cited by NBC News, 9 of Royland turned their exchanges after they reportedly began on dating apps or social media, in some cases involved in-person dates. And 3 said there were 16 when they began talking to him. Gross. Though the report did not specify whether the underage girls met with Royland in person. Okay. There's a different woman from one pressing charges told NBC News Royland assaulted her, forcing her to perform. Okay. Yeah, and he said no. He said no, this didn't happen. He said no, and Royland apologized in a text to her after she confronted him about the situation. Well, what are you apologizing for then? Maybe he's just saying, I'm sorry you feel that way? Andrew Brettler, a lawyer representing Royland, said the allegations were false and defamatory. Yeah, that's what a lawyer does. The lawyer's doing a good job. Anyway, all charges are dropped. At least I think, no, I think it was just dismissed, yeah. And, well, either way, the dude's not in prison. The dude didn't, I mean, by the court of law, he hasn't done anything wrong, yet he was still fired from his job. Multiple jobs, I think, because he had different shows and probably other projects with whatever companies he was working with. It's crazy to see this happen in America. Yeah. But maybe it's a good season. I'll check it out still. I don't really trust Rotten Tomatoes that much, and we only have 7 reviews to be fair. But so far that's not a fresh tomato from what I remember, and the audience is usually pretty on point. Or maybe they're just review bombing. I don't know. Either way, like I said, I'm sure it'll still be entertaining. I'm sure you people who like to just have a drink, watch some TV shows, just chill out, veg out, ignore what's going on in the news, which I can't talk about. That's okay. There's still plenty to talk about, and we just want to make sure everybody's safe, everybody's happy, everybody's enjoying their freedom in America. You know, get ready for Wednesday, guys. Let's do this. All right, like, comment, subscribe, or whatever. Take care. Bye.